Can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see.
Perfect, perfect. So we have Roy, we have Joanna, we have Siranjit, and we have Yonga. Okay, good, good. So you guys can see me, great. Can you guys hear me well?
Yes.
Perfect. So I don't have a clear agenda for what you're gonna be talking today. Today is really about giving this a try, experimenting with this. I'm gonna click the recording button as well, so I'm just to have a backup. Let's see,
This
start.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let me see here. Okay. So again, I'm trying. I have used GoToMeeting quite a lot in the past, but not lately. They have changed their interface a little bit here. But just going around, how's everybody? How whoever wants to chime in, wants to say anything. I mean, Siranjit, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Awesome, awesome, very good. Yonga, Joanna, if you want to say
I think
something there.
I think they haven't enabled their
Their
microphone.
mics, yes, yes, I can see that. That's fine.
Mm.
That's fine.
Mm.
Again, no pressure, no need. I have a few things that I want to mention. I want to discuss a little bit, but again, just before I get going, if you guys want to say anything, Yonga, is everything okay with you? How's it going? Okay, Mike may not be good. That's fine. If we will see this a lot. I mean, technology will not work sometimes. The key thing is, as long as you can see what I share and you can hear me for the beginning, that's great, because then we can use things like Slack to communicate as well. Here we have a chat. If you see the bubble icon, I can chat with everyone. So this is me. And again, you can chat. We can chat from there. We can also have Skype. Sorry, not Skype. Slack. We can have Slack open. So that's one of my goals as well, is to have Slack permanently open as we go through the class, as we discuss things. Okay, perfect. So we have more people join. Ila Song. We have yes, we have a few more people. I had a few things to share. Let me start here, because I went through the questions that have been submitted in the survey. So I want to open them up and just go through a few without identifying who asked what, but I just want to copy a few of the questions and maybe go through them again as we test the environment. Let me know if you are having any problems with the by hearing me or anything like that. I'll try to see if there's a setting here that I can, because what I'll also try to do is I'll try to here and there just to minimize general noises, mute all. So I'm gonna mute all just for test here. So muting everyone. Okay, unmuting everyone here. Okay, great. So it works. Again, just a quick try. I will copy the questions that some of you posted. I'll share my screen so we can try that as well. Okay, so let's see if I can share my screen. Screen share. Now you should be able to see a Word document. So can you confirm that you can see a Word document? Just to confirm, I think that you can just, let's see here, how we can easily do that. Maybe the chat, you can just say yes in the chat so I can hear some feedback, some confirmation. Perfect, awesome. So okay, so I can see. Okay, so I'm just gonna address a few things here. So those were some of the questions or points that were mentioned in the survey. So how to reach you when we need additional help or questions? Okay, great question. So the best way, and I keep my mail open all the time. So the first place via email, and you can see my mail on eCentennial. So I'm just gonna drop by there quickly. So via email is the best one, I would say. I would start with that, and then we can also do it via Slack. Now, there's a little detail on Slack, so I'm just gonna open first eCentennial here. I'm gonna go to the course shell, and my contact information is right here, so you can see on the homepage of the course shell, you can see my email address, you can see my Skype. Now, I also want to open Slack, and I have all channels open here as well. If you want to ping me via Slack, you can. However, very important to know, you should do something like this when you're using Slack. If you want me to get notified that you send me a note, just do something like this. Anywhere you can say @Ederson. With that, I'll be notified via email as well. And then you can say whatever you need. I'll get back to you via Slack, I'll get back to you via email. But again, email is the first one, Slack is another one. What else? We can always book time on Skype as well if you need anything 101, so we can book time there as well. But reach out to me via email first, okay? Okay, so I hope that this answers this point. Nope, stay safe, okay? How can we do the final exam? Example, online or in class? Okay, great question. Final exam, we're still a few weeks away from that, but it seems to me that we will continue till the end of the semester in an online environment. So, final exam will happen and it will be online. You're gonna be doing that from your computers. You're gonna be submitting your final exam online as well. Final exam most likely will be, as I said before, it will be a practical exam, it will be a hands-on, so very similar to what you have done on the midterm. The final one, it will be a hands-on exercise test, and you're gonna finish that, you're gonna submit to eCentennial, very similar to what you have done in the midterm. So again, most likely it will not be in class. I cannot guarantee right now, but as things are unfolding right now, it seems that it will not be in class, it will be online, it will be from your computers, okay? Great, I see more people coming in. Martin, how are you, Martin? Very good to have you. Ila Yonga, so you have them already around. So again, good to have you guys. What else we have here? So final exam, we still having it's online, not in class. Now at the moment, can you please assist me to get a freelancing job? Okay, I would hope that I can help each one of you find a job, a freelancing job. I don't know who submit this to me, but again, if there's anything that I can advise 101 on helping you to get a job at this point in time, the economy is quite slow. So I would say that at this point, focus on your education, focus on getting done with the college, because again, we have to stick around and protect ourselves. So if anyone wants to connect with me 101 so I can give some online tips about getting freelancing job, I can. One thing that I can suggest, again, if you are looking to get some freelancing done online, I suggest this site here. It's called Upwork.com. Just want to mention this quickly here. Again, I have an account, so I'm gonna try to log in here. And okay. So Upwork.com, very good to find jobs, to hire people, to get hired, to find projects. And that's my 2 cents for finding online work at this point in time. Upwork.com, give it a try. What else we have here? Please confirm me if it's still possible to borrow a laptop from the college. Okay, so I sent this question to my program coordinator to see what's their take on that. From the survey results, most of you, 95% of you, 99% of you, of students have either laptop or computer at home that can watch the classes, that have Visual Studio, which is great. Again, I'm trying to get this question here answered by the college. So as I have more information about that, I'll make it available. Worst case scenario, you can still watch the class from a mobile device. I know it's not ideal, but if you don't have a laptop or a computer, you may want to check via mobile device. GoToMeeting has an app that you can download. It's not ideal, but if you don't have another option, if cell phone is the only alternative, hopefully you have a data plan that you can watch the class from your cell phone. That's what I can tell you right now. I do not have yet a clear answer for this particular question, but as I get more information, I'll share that with everybody. Okay? Again, I'm open here to any other questions. If anyone has a question, just use the chat to ask as well. I'm gonna keep going here with some additional questions. How are we going to have the final test? I mentioned that we're gonna have it online. It will be done in a certain date and time in our last week of the semester. So nothing will change much here aside from the fact that you will be doing the tests from home. Okay? Thank you for your help. For now, I don't have any questions. Thank you, Professor. Okay. Yes, I have a lot of questions. Okay, so if you are the one that has a lot of questions, ask them. Okay, I see a point here. I heard that it's very tough to get any project as freelancer. Can you please guide us? How can we get that? Well, Siranjit, to get projects as freelancers, I wouldn't say that it's hard. It requires, as anything in life, it requires dedication. It requires you to, one, search a lot for something that is worth doing, because to be quite honest, there are a lot of clients out there that they want to pay very little for what you can offer. Competition is very high online, so it's not easy to get started. But what I can tell you is this: there are lots of opportunities online on platforms like guys, what I'm gonna do is either try to keep yourself muted, or I'll be muting yourselves. Again, don't worry about that. If you have anything to ask verbally, you can just let me know and I can unmute you. But for now, I'm just gonna mute everybody so you don't have too much interference. Going back to the question here, how do you get online work? Yeah, it's platforms like Upwork. You have to search there. You have to search for projects there. Again, competition is big as well because you are competing from people all over the globe. Does it mean that you cannot get something there? No, it does not. But it is hard, it is tough. You have to try to differentiate yourself. How can you differentiate yourself? Well, if you want to answer for a project opportunity, record a video. Record a video of your face talking to whoever is hiring. Share that video in your job application. Again, it's a way that you can differentiate yourself from the competition. Competition is huge, but not everybody, actually very few people are using video as an effective way to differentiate yourself when you are applying for a job, when you are applying for a project. Okay, so Siranjit, that's one thing. The guidance that I have to give to you is, one, search for on a platform like Upwork for projects that are within what you can offer. If you are a front-end person, look for front-end opportunities, look for C# opportunities, look for Java opportunities. I don't know what is your inclination, but look for opportunities that match your profile. And then try to differentiate yourself. See how you can tailor your response to that job posting so that it's not generic, it's specific to that post, to that application. Again, record a video saying why they should give you a chance, why you are qualified to handle that project. That's how you differentiate yourself. That's how you can have a chance and get a better chance to raise above everybody else, you know? So that's what I can tell you right now, Siranjit. If you have more specific questions, let me know. I'll just keep going here with the points that have been raised during the survey. Okay, so again, if you have a lot of questions, let me know. Just to let you know, my system is Mac, so Visual Studio does not support graphical user application format for Windows. Okay, I have an alternative for that. I'm just gonna give first a chance. Again, anyone who wants to chime in either via voice or via a question in the chat, anyone, because I have two more things to share with you. Okay, Joanna, could you please upload the codes of Windows Form app for section 3? Because I didn't have the class. Windows Form app 2. Is that the demonstration that I went through in the first class in the last class that we had about Windows? Is that the one, Joanna? Because to be honest, I didn't do much there. I just dragged a few controls onto the form. Or are you talking about an exercise? What are you referring to specifically? Yeah, Joanna. So if you want to be a bit more specific, which app is that? Again, are you talking about the demonstration code that I was giving in class when we were talking about Windows application? Are you talking about an exercise? Okay, we didn't have class, but you suggest just check. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. I get it. We did not have the class on the Thursday. Got it. So yes, that was the first class that we had with that was the Windows, the first graphical user application on Windows. I didn't really share code there because the only thing that I did, Joanna, I just dragged some controls to the form and I put a little bit of code there, but there was not much. So no, I did not share any code with any section because there was nothing there to be shared, you know. So on Monday, which we're gonna get back our first class back on Monday, our class Monday 10:30, sorry, I will reconnect with that content, okay? And I'll do a brief recap and we can talk more about that over there. But again, I don't have a piece of code to share about that because it was more of a high-level demonstration, okay? I don't know if it makes sense, but that's it. No section got any codes from me about that. It was just a very brief overview of Windows development, okay? Again, got it. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I see it. Okay, great. So I'm gonna try to address this point here, just to let you know my system has a Mac. So the first note that I want to mention is, one, if you don't have Visual Studio on your environment right now, I'm gonna quickly show you where you can find your version of Visual Studio that is provided by Centennial College. So, and I'll share the link as well, but I'm just gonna open a browser window here. I'm going to use this link that was shared with me, and I'll share that in the chat. So this is the link. This link will point, let me see, I had a problem with my browser. Let me try with another browser here. 1 second, I'm just gonna try with another one here. Okay, I'm gonna enter that link that I just posted in the chat. It's just loading. Okay, so when you come to this page, you have to sign in. So you're gonna be signing in to Azure. It's gonna verify you as a student. It's going to redirect you first to, I think, to Centennial. So let's wait a second here. Yep. Okay, so I got logged in automatically because I was already logged in on Centennial with my Centennial account. However, you can just use your user ID and password to be able to log in from Centennial, and then you're gonna get redirected back to this page. This page is inside Azure, and here you can see this link that says software. So you click there. In under software, you can search for Visual Studio 2019, and we have a few options here. So you will want to have this one here. Let's see. Okay, Visual Studio 2019. I think that let me see here. I may have this already installed, so it's not. Okay, here it is. So Visual Studio, that's the one. Visual Studio Enterprise 2019. That's the one that you will want to download in case you don't have it yet. So you can click there. You can download here in the download button. But not only that, you should also click on View Key. When you click on View Key, you're going to be assigned a registration key that you're going to be using when you install Visual Studio on your computer there. Okay, so you download from here and you click View Key to get the key to install legally this Visual Studio so it does not expire, because otherwise I think it will run for a few weeks or months and then it will expire eventually. With this key, it will not expire. I think you have about a year before it expires as a student. So this is how you're gonna go about downloading and installing Visual Studio, okay? Any questions about that? Anyone in the chat? Anyone needs any help with that? Any more information from me? Again, this conversation is being recorded, so I'll be sharing this video later. So whoever was not able to come in to the chat will be able to see this later as well. Okay. Great. Okay, so let me move on to another quick topic here. This is in case you either have a Mac or you have a computer that is not very powerful and you may have problems with space to be able to install Visual Studio, or Visual Studio is running very slowly in your environment. So if you have a computer, either a Mac or Windows, but it's not very powerful, you may want to access this option here, which is you're gonna have access to Visual Studio 2017 from a remote computer provided by Centennial. I'm gonna give you a URL, and I tried this already and it worked fine. I'm gonna give you this URL. So it's classapps.centennialcollege.ca. I'm gonna load that in my browser here. So this will bring you to this screen. Again, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be going into a virtual machine that you're gonna be able to use Visual Studio from inside that machine. Okay, so from here you can just click on Class Apps Login. Now here you're gonna have to log in not with your eCentennial online account, but with your network account. You're gonna be using your username and password that you use, the same one that you use to log in the workstations inside the college. So I'm using that here. I think this is okay. Again, this is not the Centennial account. This is the account, this is a network account, the one that you use to log in to your computers there. So you can sign in. When you are in, you can open either this Autodesk 2017 or this Autodesk 2017-2. When you load them, and I see a question here. Can you please? No problem. Druval, I'm recording this and it will be provided a link later so you can watch the beginning, okay? So I'm just going through how you can load a virtual machine and use Visual Studio inside that virtual machine. So I'm gonna click on the first one here, and then I'm gonna click on Launch. Okay, so you can connect your desktop, install Vim Horizon Client. Okay, I'm gonna try the first option here. I don't recall which one I used yesterday, but I'm gonna try this one here, the first one. Okay, you know what? Let me go back. Let me try the other one, because I didn't have to go through this yesterday. I'm gonna try to launch again. I'm gonna try the other. Roy, I get it. I know that Visual Studio for Mac does not support GUI application. But what I'm doing here is I'm showing how you can VM. I think that you got it. I'm showing how you can VM, how you can log into this remote computer so you can use Visual Studio inside the Windows environment that you can then do the exercise, do assignments, do the tests as well. You can just come to this environment that I'm loading right now. I think that you guys can see it. You see, now I'm inside this computer, this virtual machine that is hosted at Centennial College. And from here, I can load Visual Studio 2017. The interface, there are a few options that are slightly different from Visual Studio 2019, but it's very minor. If you have any problems with this, let me know. You can just load it here. And I'm not gonna sign in. I'm just gonna say not now. Start Visual Studio. And look, this machine is inside the network. So if you look at the Windows Explorer, you're gonna have access to your H drive, okay? So your files on H drive, they are available here as well. So again, from here, Visual Studio, you can just create a new application and you can do whatever you want. Now, the only tricky part, at least as far as I could see, is that you need to have a way to copy your project from this machine outside. So I'm gonna just give an example. I'm gonna create a quick console application here. So you may want to use something like Dropbox or any other, or Google Drive, to be able to copy. Eventually, when you are done here with your code, you're gonna go to Windows Explorer. You're gonna close your solution. Assuming that you are done, you can just zip your application. So send to zip. And then from here, what you can do is you can just copy this to outside. You can, don't send it via email because most of the time email will block this. But again, you can use Google Drive, you can use Dropbox, so that you can load whatever app you want from the browser inside the virtual machine. You can go to, let's say, Google Drive, and then use it from here. Then you can log in your Google Drive, for example, and you can upload your zipped file. So again, I'm just showing this in case your computer is not very powerful and you need to, and it's not either not very powerful, or if it's a Mac and you need to use a Windows environment, you can run this on, I'm quite sure, actually I have not tried though. Roy, if by any chance you are running on a Mac, I would like to ask you, do you want to give this a try and see if you can log into the VM via Mac? I'm assuming you can. That's me assuming here. Is there a way to connect to the school VM using VMware? Roy, I don't have that information. I'm not very familiar with VMware. I'm quite sure that there is. Actually, when I logged in here, it seems to be one of the options. I don't know. I really cannot answer that properly. But again, if you have a Mac, give this a try. See if this will work for you. I'm hoping so. Maybe you can let me know later, or you can give it a try and just give me an update on that. Okay. So what else we have here? Audio is not clear. Okay. Okay. Anybody else with problems with my audio? Siranjit, let me know. Is it breaking up? What is going on there? Okay, Siranjit, maybe it's something. Yeah. Again, that's the kind of thing that you guys should let me know if it's happening. If something like that is happening, maybe it's with one of you. Maybe it's with, because if everybody's finding the same problem, maybe it's on my side. But if it's just one of you having the problem, maybe it's on your side. So again, one suggestion that I have is that while we are in class, deactivate any apps that might be taking bandwidth from your system. Like, I don't know, maybe you have Google Drive running, maybe you have Skype running, maybe you have other apps running. So shut them down so that the connection can be best utilized during the time that we have in class, okay? Great. Let me see here. I think that was it. I just want to try something here. Martin, if you don't mind, I'm gonna unmute you, and I just want to hear that I just want to try to hear from you. Let me see if I can unmute you. So let me see here. Allow chat. So I'm unmuting everybody. So Martin, if you want to give it a quick try, I just want to see if I can hear you, or Siranjit, if you want to give it a try. Again, I just want to have a quick listen to see if I can listen to you. Now, not that it's essential for me. Go ahead. Martin, you can go for it, Martin. Okay. Martin.
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
Awesome. Okay, so again, very clear from your side as well. I can hear you guys well. So during class, we can have interactions via voice. We can have the other thing is that if by any chance connection starts to become too low, I can also turn off my video because it will impact as well. So I can just shut it down like this. I would rather keep it open just so that, you know, I like you guys to see my face. But again, if we have any problems with connectivity, I can turn down my camera as well. Farzan, good to have you here. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hey Farzan, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Very good, very good. Just giving a try here. This has been recorded, so if you didn't catch from the beginning, there's a record that will go out. It was basically about tests that we have been doing, and I show how you can download Visual Studio, and I show how you can use the virtual machine on Centennial in case you want to use, in case your machine is not very powerful and you want to, you know, of course, do coding with Visual Studio. So those two parts were already covered and will be available in the recording. I think that's about it. Again, I'll stick around because I have another section unmute me. Okay, Martin. I think that, Martin, you are unmuted there. Well, I think that all of you have the capability of unmuting yourselves or muting, so we should be fine there. Again, I'll stick around. If I saw some people asking if they could ask questions about assignments. Yes, you can. Just a quick recap on the video. Assignment 3 will be due next week, at the end of next week, the 27th. Bonus 6, we're going to be discussing that next week because curriculum changed a little bit. I see a point here, I see a question. So, okay, Professor, could you state that you are answering a question every time, because people are sending you questions directly, so it can be confused. Okay, no problem. So I can. So whenever I get a question here in the chats, I'm gonna read the question and I'm gonna, just so it's clear that this is a question. So for instance, Hoin asked, could you state that you are answering a question every time? Because people are sending you questions directly, so it can be confusing. Okay, that's great. I will repeat the question. Again, my recommendation is, unless it's something private that you only want me to see it, otherwise, send to everyone. Keep the drop down that says send to everyone active, so everyone can see the question and can follow through together. But again, I'm going to repeat the question anytime that someone asks anything. Okay? What else? Again, I have another section coming up at 4 o'clock. If you are more than welcome to stick around longer, and I will repeat the same things that I have repeated now for the 3 o'clock group. I'll repeat that for the 4 o'clock group as well. Again, I just want to open up and see if there are any questions in general about anything. Anything you want to bring up. Anything. Anyone. As I said, you're going to be using Slack a lot more because it's just a good way, a good tool to share files, to share stuff during class. But we'll still be using Padlet as well, as I mentioned in my video from yesterday. Okay. Any questions about time frames? Again, time-wise, we're going to be meeting the same times that we were supposed to be meeting during regular class. So you know your timelines. So that's how you're going to address this. We're going to be doing exercises as we have been doing before. From our side, it's really, the big change is really that we are not in class anymore. We are virtually like that, but my presentations will be done as the way you got used to them. The recordings will be available. It's just that the face-to-face will not be here. But to be honest, if anyone wants to show your face, that's fine. You can show your face. You can activate your camera. The only thing is that, again, the more resources we add, like voice, like video, the slower it will get. So we may want to be cognizant about that and try to minimize heavy things like video sharing of everybody. But again, it's always good to see each other's faces, you know, and I'm okay with that. Let me see here. Yeah, so I see the group here. I think that you can all see each other as well. We can even chat with each other. And again, let's be using Slack too. Okay, stay safe, guys. Okay, Farsan, yep, great. Again, great to have you here, Farsan. You're gonna have a recording, and I'll send you that for everybody if you want to pick up the beginning of the conversation. But again, you did miss. If you are okay, if you have your computer, if you are comfortable with your environment at home, you should be fine there. Stay safe too, Farsan. Siranjit, if you are still around, I mean, do you want to ask me any question? Okay, you ask a question here. Okay. Okay, are we gonna submit the final exam online, offline, or it will be online? Well, most likely the last exam, the final exam, Siranjit, you will be doing from home, but in a certain time frame. So let's say you have 2 hours to do it. So from this time to this time, you have this time to do your tests, zip it up, and upload to Centennial. So that's how it will be done. Does that make sense?
Professor,
Yes.
will it still be a open book,
Yes, it will be open book. Yes. Again,
but not open thread, right?
that's the idea. That's the idea. Again, I'm counting with with the social distancing.
Yeah.
Yes. So the I would say the guidelines are the same. The rules are the same. Open book. It's exercise like, and you're gonna be talking about that. You're gonna have. Let me see here. You're gonna have another 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 full weeks of content to cover, and then the last week, which is the week of Monday 13, that week is a test. So usually during test week, in the first class or the first 2 hours, we do exercise, and in the last 2 hours, we do the tests. So again, we have 3 weeks to go. We'll continue discussing this and continue talking about this, but yeah, 3 weeks to go. Our content will be shrinked within those 3 weeks. And the last week, the 4th week, we're gonna be having our final exam. And I'm pretty sure that again, with the online environment, we're gonna be able to do this well. Again, anyone has any concerns about that? Martin, any follow up on that?
Yeah, I just had a question because I've been hearing around that there's a potential that the winter semester might be extended, maybe a week or 2. So do you have any news on that, or have
Okay.
they told you anything?
Not really. To be quite honest, I have not heard that. I the message that I have been given, we had 2, 3 meetings this week. The message I have been given is that we're gonna shorten the curriculum, and we're gonna end the semester in the same week. Again, I have to be honest, I have not heard anything different from that. And to be quite honest, I have not even heard of any considerations around that. So I don't think that this is happening, to be quite honest, Martin. I don't think so. I have not heard discussions about that. The only thing that has been established is that the course leaders, they have chosen which content should be in a way excluded from the semester because of our week off, and then that content will be out, and then we're gonna fit the rest within the rest of the week. So again, I have not seen not even discussions about that. I don't know if anything changed, but if anything has changed, it has not been communicated to us at all. At this point, I don't think that this will happen in terms of extending the semester. I don't think so, you know.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Okay, so do we do it on April 14th? Druval, I don't have... it depends on what's your section, Druval, because I don't remember all your sections on top of my head. So tell me your section, and then I'll have a look at the calendar here.
I'm section 3, so Monday and Thursday.
Got it. But someone in the chat asked, so the final exam will be on April 14th, and I'm telling him that's Druval. Druval, tell me which section you belong to, so that I can tell you what is the date, because I don't remember which section is each one of you, to be quite honest. So yeah, so I can tell you this. Let me see here. I'm just looking at the calendar. So for section 3, Section 3, the last day, again, it will be in the last day of the class for each one of you. That's the last day of the class, that's the final. That's really it. Just want, Hoi Fong, just want everyone to know that Learning Center tutoring services is available online, by the way. Okay, good. Thank you, Hoi. Thank you very much. So Hoi is saying that online tutoring center is available for anyone that needs that, and it's available online. That's great. Joanna, do we still have summer semester? Joanna, I don't have any information about that. I'm getting ready for summer semester. I'm getting ready. I don't know if it's gonna start online. I don't know how it will be. But I have not heard of anything at all about summer semester. To be quite honest, no discussions that I have been part of, none of them discussed summer semester. It was all about how to deal with the current semester. I have not heard of anything about summer. As I get more information about that, I'll share. But so far, I have not been told otherwise, so I'm getting ready for summer semester. Okay, Druval, so you are section 7. So section 7, the last day of class, Druval, will be on the 14th. Yes, so on the 14th of April will be your final test. Okay? And let me see, another question here. I think so, it might be our last class. Yeah, so again, if you are section 7, the final class will be April 14th. And the first 2 hours, we're going to do exercise. And then the last 2 hours, we're going to do, the test. Okay, so usually that's how we do it. Okay, great. Thank you, Durval, as well. Again, stay safe if you're leaving. Okay, again, you are welcome to stick around. I'll be shutting down. Actually, I'll just keep the chat open, and I will just follow up as we are just 9 minutes away from 4 o'clock time. Again, you don't have to stay anymore if you have gone through this already. At 4 o'clock, I will repeat the same talk that I have given, okay? Sinranjit, have a good one. Stay safe as well. Have a good weekend. I'm just going to start to close a few things here so that I can get ready for the next section. Sorry, for next, I'd say, section. I can say that. So let me log off here. You too, Joanna. Have a good one. Stay safe. Sona, how are you doing? Rafael, how are you doing? Okay, so Roy, you have a question here. So actually two. Roy is asking, are we going to cover the remaining topics according to schedule? If not, could you update the outline or give us a new schedule? Okay, so our course leader has removed one topic from our outline. We have not been provided a new outline, but I can tell you this. The topic that has been removed is collections. So collections, which, to be honest, was the one that I was planning to cover in the returning week. We're not going to have that topic anymore. Or if we're going to have it, I may still squeeze it in a little bit if I find it necessary because of the remaining of the course. So I'm gonna do as much as possible to still squeeze some stuff in, even though we may not be able to cover it all. But at this point, the topic that has been removed is collections. Okay. And eventually there will be a new course outline that will be published, but I'm just verbally let you know that this is the one that has been removed for now. Yes, for sure. Okay, good points, Roy. I can definitely provide the class, and I'm gonna write down a note from me about that. So even though we will be removing collections, but I can definitely add the content, the material, the course material for the removed topic, which is collection. I can definitely do that. So I just wrote down here for me to take care of that. Thank you for the suggestion, Roy. Rafael is asking what they say about continuing the semester. They will continue normally. Well, Rafael, this is as normal as it will be for the rest of the semester. I don't think that we're gonna be in class anymore for the rest of the semester. We will be having the next 3 weeks, remaining 3 weeks of content being covered like this. The last week we're gonna be doing exercise and we're gonna be doing the final test. So we have 4 weeks to go until the end of the semester, 3 weeks of content, 1 week with exercise and the final exam, okay? And that's as normal as things will be from now on. And I'm hoping that that this experience online, although not ideal, I would rather be in front of you guys, but we're gonna make this work. Yes, 4 weeks left. So let's wait another 4 minutes and then I'm gonna restart at the same point that I started the 3 o'clock group. Jennifer, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Osman, too. Joshua, Asmita. Again, explore GoToMeeting a little bit, guys. Look where you can find. I'm good, Jennifer. Thank you for asking. Good to see you as well. Okay, Professor, how do you get access to the Google Doc? Which Google Doc, Martin? Which one you are referring to? Oh, this one. This one here is just a summary of the questions that have been asked from the survey that I sent yesterday. So this is not an online Google Doc. I mean, if you have any questions, let me know. But this is just a summary. I just copied all of them and I pasted here. No problem, no worries. Jennifer, as I said in the video, all good here, but kids are driving us nuts. Can you imagine having two kids at home, not having much to do? Again, what else they can do other than driving us crazy, you know? So we're trying to be creative here and keep them busy. Actually, my wife is trying to do that, you know, but it's been, I can tell it's been challenging. And here and there, you may scream, you guys may hear a scream, a yell, but don't worry, it's normal. They should be having online classes too. That's my thinking. They should be having online classes too, you know, because they should be busy. Okay, so Osman, just to answer your question, Osman is asking, for how long will last this session? So we started the session at 3 p.m. and it dragged over till now. Now, which is 4 p.m., I'm going to start another section that I'm going to recap what I have covered on the first section, okay? So it will, depending on if I have questions or not, again, you don't need to stick to the end, but what I need to cover, what I would like to cover, will take about 15 to 20 minutes. So by 4:15, if you have anything to do, you can just leave, but I'm gonna restart now. Actually, I'm gonna just put a mark here.